Welcome back, everyone. Apparently, this is what happens when you rest. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman, whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms, larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly her head snaps up, and her eyes open, and they are empty. Behind them is vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks out word. Watcha! You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf's woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face, and the droplets in your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Well, that was exciting. Find dwarf woman in the cavern. Dwarf woman. That's dwarf. That's dwarf. Okay, never mind.
I'm here.
I thought it said what? What? Oh, I'm so confused. Alright, pause. Can't. Journal. There we go. Gilded Vale. Quests. Visions and whispers. Alright, there we go. Yeah. I did. Okay. Alright. I guess that means I need to go to the key. Tree, not the key, the tree.
At once.
Oh shit, their bodies disappeared. No, I haven't. Alright, I know it's somewhere up this way. Alright, how do I... Okay. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck worn away in patches like moth linen bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other with breeze shifts. God, this is terrible. It makes me kind of sad. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on the surroundings. There's a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind. Focus on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Oh, wow. Am I imagining this? How are you able to speak to me? I need to understand something that's that's happened to me. I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be? I want to know something about you. Let's just start at the beginning.
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
Well, how are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, though consoling the child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Yeah.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay. What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
That's kind of you.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Yeah. Reassuring smiles, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. What?
You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Fair enough.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
She clicks her tongue. I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though. A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
All too true.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear. And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed. Of course, dear.
Very well.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Was granted Crucible of the Soul. Travel to Caad Nua.
I'm here.
What level am I now? Character. Am I still level 1? Personal. Time in party. Time in combat. Enemies defeated. Most powerful Dolphin Hunter. Total damage done. Highest single target damage. Crits 1. Hits 22. Damage taken 5. Times knocked out 0. Yeah, because I've died every time.
At once.
17 and a half.
Oh.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Well, it is gathered. Oh. Let's see what this is about. Man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeves soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain.
Hello.
Ha! Thought you were some... Never mind. Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. Temple isn't what it used to be. Probably for the best. Times being as they are, he groans and shifts position, wincing. I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it, he grunted severely. Maybe you'd have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of the Eothis, the Scatter God, a grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood. From Reed, Saris even. Until the war, of course. Even then you'd get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Get to the point. As you like. Once the legacy started, Lord Radic decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothasians? Yeah. He had his people go in and put them all to the sword. Left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. Heretics or not, their deaths didn't stop the legacy. Didn't do much of anything at all. He didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in a god's house. If you can get down there and find their remains, maybe we can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. There's coin in it for you if you need motivating. I'll find them. Then by the flame I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed off for so long it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priests would have been down on the lower floor. They'll still be there, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out and take care. Down there I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I doubt anyone would. Go. Frederick hasn't hanged him yet. Or it is he's a follower of the dead god. Maybe he'll know something more about this place. He's usually out by the smithy. Alright, thank you. Well, I suppose that's gonna be where I end it for today. I'll see you all next time.